Hello, everyone. So, sorry if my voice is a little raspier than usual. I have been sick these past couple of days, but still wanting to get some content out, something easy, something that doesn't require too much editing, and that will be the new reveals that we got over the weekend. So, up on my screen now, we have what is thought to be Studio Series. Sorry, didn't mean to shake the camera so much. Good night. All right, sorry about that. What is thought to be the Studio Series Rise of the Beast RC. It is a core class figure, and it's something. It's definitely something. It's a figure. Um, Hopefully, these are just a case of Hasbro's bad promotional image taking, which they're known for. It. Trust me, it's really bad. Um, yeah. So it is a core class, and it's not doing the figure any favors really. It's kind of wonky. They're trying to do both the wheels on her back and the wheels on her legs thing, which I think it would have been better if they just gone one or the other. Honestly, I understand 90% of the movie she's probably gonna have her wheels on her back, but I do understand also that it is much easier for a toy design that is a motorcycle to have the wheels on the feet. Or at least it seems like it would be easier to have them both here. So why they chose to do both and overcomplicate the engineering, like I can already tell the entire front end of the motorcycle is just sitting off of her ass. Like there's that like that this right here is the entire front end of the motorcycle with the front wheel just turned onto its side. So hopefully this is not the Studio Series version. Hopefully this is like the mainline figure that's just so happens to be at the core class scale. Um, Now, if it is the Studio Series version, I really hope they do a deluxe class release too. I hope this isn't a case like what we had with core class Shockwave from the Bumblebee movie, where that looks like that's the only version of that character we're ever going to get is that core class figure, which is so disappointing. But before we get too in depth into another rant on Hasbro and their weird choices, we can see here she's in her motorcycle mode. They really seem to like putting the arms just facing straight back on motorcycles, which, okay, I kind of understand at the deluxe scale because you can tab them together or you can have a hinge that puts them together and make it resemble the rear end of a motorcycle. But on the core class scale, it's just really ugly looking. That giant gap between the two arms. But yeah. Um, it's definitely a motorcycle. It's definitely looking like her motorcycle that we've seen on set. I don't think we've actually seen RC in vehicle mode in any of the trailer or clips we've gotten so far. Uh, Gold paint. Looks like they put gold paint on here too on the tab or the clip that they used to put the back wheels in. So there's that. And then we got a new character that we hadn't heard of before, Freezer. And there are some people that are saying, "Oh, it's Frenzy," because if in Australia when they say where these images came from, when they say Frenzy, it sounds like Freeze, and I'm just like, what are you listening to where an Australian saying Frenzy sounds like Freezer? Yeah, I don't understand the people that think that, but this is really the only image we have of the guy. He's got four arms. I don't think this is going to be a major character. This is definitely going to be one of those Terracon like grunts that we saw at the end of the first trailer. What he turns into, I have no idea. Hopefully, it's something interesting. I hope it's something interesting with the forearm idea. And just overall, the design's pretty interesting. This looks less like a Transformer and more like one of the what's the things from Aquaman, the trench, I think is what it's called. Looks like something you would see there. But interested to see what he looks like in his what I'm assuming is going to be either a dino mode or an insect mode or something like that. So just more images here. See, here's the thing. This says Studio Series. I don't know if this is actually Studio Series or not. If this is Studio Series, that's really disappointing. A core class figure for $22, this has to be in a different country, because a core class, unless there have been announcements for a price increase in the US specifically, a core class figure goes for about $10 to $11 in the US. So this is definitely from another country, this price listing at least. And that's all for RC and Freezer here. Um, RC definitely not looking the best. Freezer's an interesting design, but we don't have much of him, so there's not much I can say about him. But hopefully, this is just a case of Hasbro's bad promo image taking. But that was not the only thing from the Rise of the Beast reveals we got this week. We also got Rise of the Beast Deluxe Cheetor. Now, we know for sure this is not the Studio Series version. And I actually think this could be a Studio Series version. Now, of course, it would need more detail to fit the movie aesthetic, but this is actually a pretty good figure. Now, I hope and pray that they don't just reuse the Kingdom mold like they did with Airazor. Oof, I'm still upset about that. I think, if anything, they should have just re-released the deluxe Airazor with the increased detailing that the movie would have, but we're going to move on before I get too caught up on Airazors and Hasbro's decisions again. So as we can see, this is kind of taken inspiration from his Cyberverse head, with, the more angular cat design on the face and the deep set cheeks here. Or, yeah, he has more cat-like face than he did in the original show, but definitely looking all right so far in the head sculpt. Really looking good in robot mode. This is a really clean robot mode. Yeah, some nice paint. Got a nice kind of brownish bronze color here. Big old blue Maximal symbol. I do wish there was more paint on the crest of the head, but I understand this is for the main line. This is going to be the cheaper figure. This isn't going to be the deluxe for the Studio Series. So, can't complain too much there. And yeah, definitely cleans up a lot more. This is actually I don't know about movie accurate, but this is accurate to every Cheetor before, where the legs just kind of hang off the back. I don't think it happens in the movie. We only see Cheetor in robot mode for like a split second. So, until we get more reveals, we won't really be able to tell. It does come with a tail weapon. It looks like it turns into a gun. That's interesting. We've never had a tail gun before. We usually get a gut gun, but with the Kingdom version, we just got a tail whip for some reason, or a tail axe, depending on how you have them holding it. And it does look like we get another gun also. That might be a reference to his gut gun. Sorry, didn't mean to sniffle right in your ears there. He's looking pretty good. Oh, it's not a gun, it's a sword. Okay, so it is still a tail sword / whip weapon. Okay. Actually, yeah, okay. So it was just the way he was holding it. So here we can definitely see that they are combining the Beast Machines and the Beast Wars designs. This is definitely more reminiscent. The Cheetah head especially is definitely more reminiscent of the Beast Machines design, not the Beast Wars. And yeah, that's okay. I don't mind it. I do like some of the design elements from Beast Machines. I think Beast Machines overall had some weird designs, but that's another video for another day. Yeah, here he is, full cheetah mode. I think, well, I don't think I know. A lot of people have issues with the just straight brown on the back. And I don't have too much of an issue with it. I know sacrifices have to be made to make the robot mode accurate. Do I wish they put some yellow on there to kind of blend it in? Yeah, but it's Hasbro. They're going to do whatever they need to do to make it fit the price point. So it just happens. Yeah, he's pretty good. Definitely looking better in the robot mode than in the cheetah mode, but that's pretty standard. Here's next to Wheeljack, or what they're calling Wheeljack. Well, okay, I'll just call him Wheeljack for the sake of the argument. Here he's next to Airazor, quite a bit shorter than Airazor. Usually it's the opposite. Usually Airazor's one of the smaller Maximals, but apparently not here. Here's very small compared to Battletrap, which Battletrap's a Voyager, I think, so that makes sense. And there's the four we have revealed. Well, four of the five that we have revealed so far. We still don't have the Rise of the Beast Bumblebee in this image so far. Uh, yeah, close image on his gun. That's definitely a reference to his gut gun now that I'm looking at it. It's not painted like it, but it's definitely a reference to it. Oh, and it folds up inside. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. Okay. Yeah. So it sits inside of his chest. So it is a literal gut gun. That's awesome. That's amazing. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. That's good. Uh yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. Oh, okay. I'm guessing that means something. Here he is next to I think yeah, that's the Kingdom Cheetor. And yeah, he's actually pretty similar in some areas, like the hands making up the arms making up the stomach. I think what they've done is they've just changed up the leg engineering. So yeah, yeah, that's exactly what they've done. So if we go back here, we can see that there's an image of him. Yeah. So you can see that the cheetah legs fold up into his robot mode legs, just in reverse. So on Kingdom, his cheetah legs folded up onto the front of his legs. Here they're folding into the back, which I'm definitely a fan of because on that Kingdom Cheetor mold, it was just a cheetah leg sitting on the front of his leg. There wasn't an inset for it or anything. So glad they figured out a way to re-engineer that a bit. Looks like they've also added some new hinges or some different hinge details on his cheetah arms there. That looks a bit funky. Um, but yeah, in my opinion, it's definitely a lot more streamlined. Yeah, the hands are still exposed, but again, not much you can really do about that. Um, yeah, definitely thinking that the Rise of the Beast one is my preferred take on it. I don't hate the Kingdom Cheetor mold, but it does have its issues, specifically with the legs. But yeah, definitely preferring the King or Rise of the Beasts mold. The head does stick out a bit far though, but I can see a hinge there. I'm pretty sure you could fold the head down a bit. Um, yeah, he doesn't have the giant shoulder pads or shoulder guards, whatever the things that sit on the back of his shoulders, like the Kingdom and original Beast Wars model do. But I think this is supposed to be a more streamlined version of the character. Okay, what is going on here? What? Why? Why was the? Why is he bent over like that? Why? What is going on here? I'm so confused and I can't look away. Okay, I gotta stop. Okay, so here he is in cheetah mode compared to the others. Definitely, yeah. So here we have a nice white background with a giant hand holding him up. Yeah, that's all I pretty much have as far as reveals. There were some listing reveals. We had Rise of the Beast Optimus was revealed, and then we also had leaked images of Studio Series. I can't think of his name. Scourge, Studio Series Scourge for the Rise of the Beast movie, but I didn't show that image because I'm waiting for an actual image to come out that shows a correctly transformed and not watermarked photo. So that is all I have for you guys today. Sorry if I got a little uh, raspy there. Been under the weather. So with all that being said, I'll see you guys some other time.